Spiffies, welcome back to another week of Spiff'd Up. Hello, my name is Eric Spiffy. In case you were wondering, and you're wondering what is a Spiffy, that is our family nickname. So welcome, what's up, welcome to the family. So for today's video, obviously I bring you guys a St. Patrick's Day makeup tutorial look. I keep pointing at the camera, I need to put these down. But today I bring you guys a St. Patty's Day makeup look, very festive, very green. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click that little bell for future notifications. I cannot sing. And as always, make sure to check out all of my social media links, which are gonna be listed down below in the description box. So go and check all of that out. And as a quick little reminder too, I am gonna be doing my Q&A, my first ever Q&A on the 24th, which is next Friday. So I am gonna be accumulating all of the questions from the next couple of videos until that video. So definitely leave me some questions down below in the comment section. Make them as juicy as possible because I want to make this a very fun Q&A. So go and do that. Before you even watch this video, just pause it and go leave a question. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this St. Patty's Day makeup tutorial. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off with the eyes first just because it's going to involve a little bit of glitter, so I don't want any fallout on my face makeup. So to prime my eyes, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild concealer. This is in shade light medium beige? Light medium beige, yes. I like to use concealer as primer for my eyeshadow just because I find that the eyeshadows are a lot more pigmented than using just a generic eyeshadow primer. And this Wet n Wild one is pretty good. It does dry down pretty fast, so you have to make sure that whenever you're applying this, that you blend it out as soon as possible. I'm gonna buff that out using my Real Techniques. This is the Deluxe Crease Brush. An oldie but a goodie. Alright, so to set my eye, I'm gonna go in and take the Bone Shadow from the Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette. And it's just this bone shadow right here. And I'm gonna pick that up on the same brush. Okay, so just a quick little update for the dining room situation. I am finally going to be moving back into my room, probably for the next video. So this is going to be the last video in the dining room. And yes, I miss this amazing light. I'm going to miss it, definitely, because my room's like a cave. And it's just so dark in there all the time. For the next shadow, I'm going to go in and pick up Moss, which is this dark green shade. Now be very careful with this because it can get very heavy-handed very fast. So you just want to lightly build up that color. So I'm just going to be focusing this on the outer corner. We are going to be doing sort of like a gradient eye. So I'm just kind of doing circular motions, really focusing it right onto the outer corner area. Next, I want to dig into this color right here. This is the color Thrash from the Urban Decay Electric Palette. So I'm just going to be patting that right onto the lid area. It's not as pigmented as I want it to be, but that's totally fine. Going back into the Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette, I'm also going to be picking up this shimmer shade called Ignite. And it's just an icy blue eyeshadow. So I'm just really focusing that into the inner part of the eyes. I feel like I look like the Boys Like Girls, that album. The one with Hero Heroine in there. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Pulls up a reference picture right here just to kind of show you. I'm also going to be popping that right into that inner tear duct just so that it really just brightens up the eyes. I'm gonna go in a little bit with Freak. It's this darker green shade, and we're gonna pop that right on top of Thrash, just to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. I feel like that center shadow kind of fell just a little bit. We wanna bring back the center piece. Also, let's go back into Moss just a little bit, just to deepen up that. It's okay if we get a little messy too, because we are gonna clean it up with some concealer. So going back in with that Wet n Wild concealer, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up right where I'm going to be putting a wing at, and that's just really going to sharpen up that eyeshadow. I'm also going to get right underneath the eyes as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and prime our face. I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Cover All Primer, and I'm also going to just be avoiding where I put the concealer at. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take my L'Oreal Total Cover Foundation. This is a very long-lasting foundation, so it's perfect for the holiday because this is literally going to wear throughout the entire night. And I'm in the shade 309 Caramel Beige. And I'm going to break this first along my face just to get an even distribution of product. And then I'm going to be blending that out with my Morphe G36 brush. And all I'm doing too is I'm just pressing this into my face, kind of just really pushing it into the pores. I don't like to rub foundations into my face because I feel like it just causes streakage, and that doesn't look cute. Make sure to get your ears, that's always important. To kind of highlight my face, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Sephora. This is the Perfection Mist Airbrush Foundation. This is in shade medium. I'm gonna spray that directly onto the brush, and I'm gonna just take it into the center portions of my face. This does have like a nice matte finish as well too, so I kind of like the way that it feels whenever it's layered on top of another foundation. Alright, for concealer, I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in shade 25 medium. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with my Morphe M334 brush. For a little bit of highlight, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sun Dipped Glow Kit. And I'm going to be picking up Summer, which is right there. And this is going blind, everybody. I'm also going to take that onto my nose here, and then do a light glaze on the forehead. Okay, so I almost forgot to cream contour. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Wet n Wild makeup stick. This is the contouring one in 805 Call Me Maple. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out with my Real Techniques contouring brush. Alright, to set everything, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Cover FX translucent powder. I'm going to go ahead and bake on my eyes, underneath my eyes, on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and then as well on my chin. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and sweep off all of that little bakage. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Makeup Forever, the multi-purpose pressed powder. This is in shade 163 Neutral Camel. I'm going to go ahead and give my face a quick little spritz of the Ole Henriksen Nurture Me facial water. And then I'm going to be taking Moonstone this time from the Glow Kit, and we're going to go right on top of Summer. For blush, I'm taking Milani Luminoso blush. And then for bronzer, I'm going to go ahead and go into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and I'm going to take Havana and Java, and I'm going to mix those two shades together. Alright, let me quickly do my brows off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so going back into the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and pick up Moss. And we're going to pop that right onto that lower lash line. For my waterline, I'm going to go in with this NYX eye pencil in, what's the shade? Teal. Alright, so there's a little tiny section that's really close to my inner corner that's like open and free. I didn't do that intentionally, but I'm going to fill that in with tinsel. Alright, so for lashes, I went ahead and I took the Ardell number 113s, and one of my favorite lashes of all time. So I popped those on, and then I went ahead and I put on the Benefit They Are Real mascara, just in case you were wondering. So for lips, I'm going to be taking this NYX eye pencil, but I've taken this many times before as a lip liner. I don't know, I feel like it's pretty safe for my lips. That's just me. But this is in the color Tropical Green, and it's just this dark green shade. So we're gonna go ahead and pop that on. Then to go right on top of that, I'm gonna take this Bite lip gloss. This is the gold one. They came out with this in the holiday time, and I knew I needed this because this is gonna come in handy for like holidays and stuff. So I'm gonna take that onto the back of my hand first, and then I'm gonna apply it with a lip brush. That way I don't ruin the applicator, and then it just like turns green inside the tube. I think you can still get it online at Sephora.com. Alright guys, and that is the makeup look right here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up like I said before. Don't forget to leave me some questions for my Q&A that's going to be happening next Friday. Go and leave them if you haven't already. Go and do it. I hope you guys have a fun and safe St. Patty's Day. Don't get too crazy. I think last year I remember I saw somebody walking on the highway. So just don't get too crazy, but have fun, be safe, enjoy the green beer, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye!